era of social networking, how do you see photo sharing sites like Flickr, Picasa? What's your take on that?
Well, the whole community uh, element in our work life or in our fun life is becoming an integral part of our lives. Uh, so it is increasingly important for brands to be visible and to be engaging with the consumers. Photo community, which is a subset of the online community, is particularly unique with regard to sharing of photos. Uh, Photo community members are passionate about trying out new photos and learning from everybody, and it's a free, complete knowledge. It's fascinating to see if you were to go and see what these community members do online. Fascinating to see how people help people in becoming better photographers. It looks like as if the basic human attribute of being jealous is completely disappeared online. You bring people together in the physical world and you begin to see people disliking people, carrying envy, feeling jealous about people. But in the online world, it looks like as if everybody is trying to help everybody and they're all together and they're enjoying everybody's success. Somebody's good picture is uploaded and rest of the people are so ecstatic about their comments on how the photo is, etc. So this is a great space to be in. So all these sites that you talked about, which are photo sharing, are great sites for Canon to associate with. And we from time to time will continue looking at these photo community sites to be visible and engage with the community members there, and in many cases even be a part of the discussion that community members are having.
You yourself are on Twitter, Alok Cannon?
Yes, I am Alok Cannon.
Right. So how is the experience on Twitter? I mean,
Yeah, well, I have synchronized with my mobile phone, so it is easy. It is interesting to keep keep my own circle informed on what's happening, and it helps in our business too, because any major breakthrough that we get, I'm able to share with people. Any major learning that I have, that I get, I'm able to share with people. Even this interaction that I'm having with you, after it is finished, then I'm going to tweet, and this will help people to watch. And if whatever I'm sharing is of any person's benefit, then it's good for Canon.
that's it. And in this sort of digital document, do you see it as affecting your business positively, negatively? Is it leading to growth, or is it the digital documentation, the trend towards digital photographs, digital documents?
Oh, we are enabling the change. We are the facilitator for this change. We are the change in this whole new era of digital imaging or digital documentation. We don't want people to be just printing all the time. We also know that printing is something that you cannot live without. And we basically are saying that do responsible printing. It's like Johnny Walker saying drink responsibly, or it's like Nokia saying that use mobile as much as you want, but use it responsibly. Similarly, Canon is saying that print as many papers as you want, but print responsibly. Print on duplex on both sides. Don't print on a paper which may not be required necessarily. Or we say that most important part is that the document working or the working on a document can be done more effectively on electronic document. So we are a very strong advocate of this fact that while efforts should be done to create electronic documents, but we recognize that documents will always be hard copy coming to you, but organizations and government departments must try and digitize that to bring in any hard copy movement in the realm of the electronic or digitized world. What will it do? It will do tremendous good for everybody. The moment the documents get onto the electronic world, they begin to start exhibiting 6 main attributes. First attribute that these documents do is the attribute of accountability. Your accountability gets enhanced. The second thing that they do is that the speed enhances. That means you are able to move documents faster. You are able to take decisions faster, and yet you are able to hold people accountable because you have got a track of everything what's going on. Third thing it does is that it makes things transparent. Transparency is an important part of any document management. Actually, transparency is an important part for every decision making. And decision makings often are taken on either hard copy or on the electronic copy. And therefore, if it happens to be an electronic copy, which means it's a part of your digital workflow, then transparency will be easier to achieve and will be a very effective way of creating what is called transparent e-governance. And the fourth thing is confidentiality. There is no doubt that security will continue to be an important driver of our business processes. And therefore, in that security environment or security need, the best way to do it is in a place where you cannot take a print unless you have a password, unless the machine reads your fingerprints, and there are all these technologies available. So you have got basically accountability, you have got speed, you have got transparency, you have got confidentiality. And the fifth thing that it requires, most importantly, is an archival. So much of information resides. Basically, I say that the knowledge and information resides in two places. It either resides in human mind or it resides on paper. And both these things need to be collaborated. There is a need for organizations, there is a need for business outfits, and there is a need for government to be able to collaborate to bring more effectiveness in their working. And how do we do it on paper? Since we are discussing about paper, we can only do it by ensuring that they become a part of a digital workflow. So it is for this knowledge sharing that archival becomes very important. And if archival is so important, retrieval becomes equally important. Today, so much of information is still getting digitized, but how are we retrieving it, and how do we continue to retrieve it, and who has the access to retrieve it is an important element. These 6 elements that I just mentioned are so strong that they give you a compelling reason to move from a hard copy environment into basically a digitized document flow environment. That's what we are basically advocating.
And you've been